Hi guys, so I'm just jumping right in. I am using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. It says it's a foundation and concealer. I'm showing you here. Um, and I am using a good amount of that. The amount that I don't use, I literally scrape back into the bottle. That's how much I love this stuff. It covers all my acne scars and everything. Now I'm putting the MAC Studio Fix Concealer underneath my eyes. I have it in the shade NW15, just to brighten a little bit. That's quite a bit lighter than my own skin tone, but I do like to brighten it. And I leave it there for a little bit. And then I go in with my NYX Contour palette. I did not mean to buy this in the cream shades. I wanted a powder contour, but I actually really like the effect that the cream contour gives me. So I put it in all the usual spots, on my nose, on my forehead, on my cheekbones, obviously the most important part, and then I put it under my lip, just to have the illusion of a little bit of a fuller bottom lip. And then I also put it on my jawline, just to diminish any kind of a double chin situation we got going on. Then I take my beauty blender again. It's actually the Real Techniques blender. I like it better in my opinion. It's only $5. And I just blend all of that stuff out. Just make sure everything's nice. I took a, sorry, I stuck that in my nose. I took a little blender brush that was clean and just blended around my nose stud because the makeup was a little bit patchy and I don't want to put too much makeup close to my nose stud, just because it's not good to get any bacteria in there. And then I stuck it in my nose because the little tiny bar that's hanging out of the bottom of it always gets stuck underneath and starts doing that. So now I'm just blending out my concealer underneath using the other side of the beauty blender. I guess I should say Real Techniques blender. But I'm just blending my forehead out, making sure everything looks nice. Then I take this Tarte blush in the shade Party. And this I actually got for free for my birthday. It came in a little birthday pack from Sephora. I'm taking a Real Techniques stippling brush and just stippling that onto my cheeks. And no, I haven't powdered yet, but I think that this gives a better effect before I powder. And then I take my blender again because I'm pretty pale and that kind of came out a little bit too strong for me, so I just blend it out a little bit. And then I take my e.l.f. highlighter in the shade, what is the shade? Moonlight Pearls. This is so pretty and it's literally $4. And I just put that on all the high points of my face, put it on my cupid's bow, put it on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, put it on my cheeks, my cheekbones. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm obsessed with highlighter. And I just put that in all the places that I think looks nice, and then I take my blender again and blend it out on my nose, my cupid's bow, and my cheekbones, just because I don't want it to be too harsh in the light. Then I take a little brush from Morphe and I dip it into that same highlighter shade and just put that on the inner tear ducts, just to brighten the eyes and open them up a little bit more. I'm always looking really tired even if I'm not, so I take this other brush. I'm not sure where it's from. I think it might be an e.l.f. brush, and I dip it into my e.l.f. What is it? Translucent powder, and just powder underneath my eyes first and on my eyelids. And then I do the other eye, obviously. And then I use this same powder on the rest of my face, just on a bigger fluffy brush from Morphe as well. It's from the same package, same brush set anyway. And I just powder all over my face. I do this because I do get oily if I don't powder. I'm not too oily throughout the day, but I do get pretty oily if I don't powder. So I like to set my foundation in place, make sure it stays all day, and just kind of buff around, make sure everything looks really nice and blend it out. And then I believe I move on to my lips. I like to put some chapstick on first, and I take that same blush from Tarte in Party, and I just rub my finger in it, and I use this as a lip shade, which is kind of nice because it brings out the cheeks as well. I think that it looks nice when you match up your cheek color to your lip color. So I just put that on my lips and let that sit. And then I move on, I believe, to fixing the little highlight above my cupid's bow. That's one of my favorite places to highlight. And then I take this eyebrow brush from e.l.f. I obviously love e.l.f. They're cheap and their products are pretty good if you find the right stuff. I just brush out my brows, prepare them for my brow product, which is by ColourPop, and it's in the shade, I don't think you can see here, but it's in the shade Dope Taupe. This is my favorite brow product to use. I've used the Anastasia Beverly Hills before. The Dip Brow Pomade, I didn't really like that too much. It was a little too strong of a brow for me. And I don't really go through the whole brow. I just kind of go through the tail end because this is a pretty good shade for me. And I just kind of fill in the tail end, give myself a little bit more of a bolder brow on the ends. And then I move on to my eyes, and it's very simple. I just use this shade. It's a taupe matte shade from the Naked 2 palette on a fluffy brush and just go straight into the crease. If you notice, I'm not really closing my eyes for this. This is good for girls that have hooded eyes because you can tell where the product will show while your eyes are both open and closed. So I just go into the crease and do some windshield wiping motions, nothing too crazy, and that's literally all I do for my eyeshadow. If I'm just doing a basic look for the day, I usually just want to make my eyes have a little bit more definition. Then I take that same blending brush I used before on my nose, which has no product on it, and just kind of blend that out. And I just realized I forgot to put in my eyebrow gel. It's by NYX. It's a tinted eyebrow gel in the shade, I think it's just brunette. And then I move on to my lashes. And this mascara isn't anything nice, but this trick that I'm doing with my mirror here, try this with a handheld mirror. If you have a mirror, look down into it so that you don't get any mascara, because I have quite long lashes, so you don't get any mascara on your eyelids, and it's easier to see and separate your lashes if you're looking down because you can see every individual lash. So I do that on both sides, and I like to use quite a bit of mascara just because I think that it opens up the eyes and it looks really pretty, and it's one of the main staples of this entire look is the lashes. So I try and separate those. I used to wear eyeliner every day, but it's a big hassle, and I think that my lashes actually look a little bit longer when I don't use it. So I've just been going for the mascara look without any eyeliner. And this is the worst part of this video is me trying to fix this stupid freaking nose stud. The little tiny metal part will not go up. I'm getting so frustrated I have to use the end of a makeup brush to flip it up in my nose. And then I finish off on my mascara. Just make sure all my lashes are nice and separated. And then I'm just putting my makeup brushes back into their little case, checking, making sure my makeup looks okay. And I'm going to take out my braids. They're still a little bit wet, but I like that because then they'll dry a little bit more disheveled and it won't be so obvious that I put my hair in braids. It'll look more natural. So I just shake it out a little bit. I scrunch my hair and just kind of mess with it a little bit. It already has some product in it. I put it in before I braided my hair. And I really like the finished look. This is pretty much a normal day makeup routine for me. Nice and clean and simple. Hope you liked it.